Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. You know, when I was in college, there was a band that was playing around the area that I grew up in, which is the eastern North Dakota area, Jamestown, Fargo, North Dakota. There was a band there called The News, and the bass player played a Gibson Thunderbird bass. And I always thought it was the coolest bass. He got a great tone. They were a great band, first of all, but he got a great tone, and I just always thought that bass was so cool. And now Epiphone has a version of that bass. This is the Epiphone Thunderbird Pro. I've got a 5-string version here, a Thunderbird Pro 5, and this is a Thunderbird Pro 4, and these are really cool basses as well. Let me tell you a little bit about this bass. This bass has a 7-piece neck. It's actually layers of walnut and maple, and it's a through neck design. That means that the wood that makes up the neck actually runs all the way through the body up to the end of the peg head down to the end of the end pin. That helps with stability in the bass. It increases the sustain. It helps with the tone as well. Makes for a very solid bass that they can have a pretty thin neck on, yet it remains pretty stable. It has walnut wings, and this is actually a light stained finish on this one. There are other colors available as well. The bass has 2 pickups. These are Epiphone T-Bird Pro pickups. It has active controls. There's a bass and a treble control. Those are active EQ, so you can boost and cut. There's a pan control for going between the 2 different pickups, the neck pickup and the bridge pickup. And then, of course, there's the volume control as well. Maybe the coolest thing about this bass is the price. The 4-string version comes in at just $4.99. The 5-string version comes in at $5.99. This is an incredible amount of guitar for that money. Whether you're playing funk, rock, blues, metal, jazz, whatever you're playing, there's tones in this using the active controls and being able to pan between the pickups. You have a ton of tonal versatility. This bass will get you there. The amp that you've been hearing this bass through is pretty interesting as well. This is a Hartke VX3500 amplifier, and it has some interesting features. Hartke is well known for having aluminum cone speakers. This amp actually has paper cone speakers, so it's a little bit more traditional sounding. It has 4 10-inch drivers as well as a tweeter, and they're driven by 350 watts. Other features on this amp include a built-in compressor. It has a 10-band graphic EQ. There are bass and treble contour controls for broader shaping, master volume of course, but over on the left are some of the cooler features. There are 2 different inputs. One input is for passive bass pickups, and the other one is for active bass pickups, so you can tailor the input level to the bass that you're using. There are also 2 preamps. There's a separate tube preamp and a separate solid-state preamp, and you can combine those to dial in exactly the tone that you want to hear from your bass. Right now you're hearing the amplifier with the EQ bypassed. I'm actually using the tube preamp fairly heavily. It's about 75% of the tone. I've got the solid-state preamp dialed up to about 50% on its gain. So you're getting a nice round, warm, tubey kind of tone with a good articulation on top, and you can adjust that balance. It does affect the tone as well. Now when we pop the EQ in, we can shape the sound to whatever we want. So this is what it sounds like right now with the amp set up with no EQ in the mix. When we turn the EQ on, it sounds like this. So you can see there's a lot of versatility with this amplifier. It's an incredible amount of amp for $6.99. When you combine it with these basses at $4.99, $5.99, you've got a very affordable rig that provides a ton of bass power. I'm Mitch Gallagher. I hope you've enjoyed this Sweetwater Minute.